Hello, ladies, gentlemen, patrons of the internet. It is I, Amber, and tonight we are going to be taking a quick look at the movie Trans America. Now, I watched this just recently within the night, and I have to say it is one of the best movies I've watched this summer. It's listed as a comedy, but it definitely has some elements of drama and suspense and whatnot, and it does all of it well. Um, the movie is kind of self-aware in the fact of um, I feel like this movie knows what it's talking about with transgenderism, especially for the time. This movie was released in 2005. Um, you have two main characters. You have Bree Osborne and you have Toby, um, played by Felicity Huffman and Kevin Zegers, if I'm pronouncing that right, respectively. And well, Bree is a trans woman, obviously, um, about in her 20s, 30s, possibly, I would say. And she's a week away from SRS. And her son, Toby, which she had when a long time ago during college, will be getting out of prison soon. And um, the title is a very clever play on words, Trans America, because it's across America, Trans America, and also, of course, with transgenderism, it's a play on words with that because it is a road trip from New York to Los Angeles, and yeah, it's a little bit over an average length of movie, but this movie itself is this movie itself is well worth the watch. I would say myself as a transgender person. Um, the characters change, and it's a good story that's been told many times before, but never in this format. It's kind of a self-discovery, a road trip, of course. And the two main characters grow a lot, as well as Bree's family and a few other characters, and we get insight into um, the story develops really well with each town kind of playing a little scene, if for lack of a better word. The first town they stop in is Calhoun, I believe, Kansas, which is Toby's hometown, where he lived with his stepfather and his mother, and an unnamed lady, a grandma of sorts, I suppose, um, one of their neighbors, which Bree brings back his stepdad, and that does not end well. It's a confrontation. And then they go to Dallas, where Bree has a group of friends, and I really just I hate spoiling this movie. I feel like this is a little movie that you should watch yourselves. There's a lot of change that goes on between the characters, and personally, I like it a lot. Um, I'd say as like an LGBT film, this is a definite watch. Um, there aren't many yet on transgenderism as compared to the L and G, of course. Um, so I think it's a very informative movie on that front. I definitely enjoyed it. I think the actors did a good job performing their characters. Some of the characters, I feel like Bree's character was possibly a little bit forced, but the character that Huffman performed left little to be wanted. It's just I heard it one time else in a review I watched before I watched the movie that it's a woman playing a man playing a woman, and that kind of shines through in her performance. But overall, it's a lot of the actors pull their weight. Um, there are two characters I really want to see more of, and I feel like this movie is very open to a sequel. But then again, this movie ends on such a good note that I don't think it would be responsible for them to make another sequel. Um, the movie ends on a really positive, not a cliffhanger. It kind of ties up ends. Not all the loose ends are tied up, but enough are tied up, and the main story, the main reason why we're here watching this movie is tied up. And I would definitely recommend watching this movie. Thank you.